MCC releases new guidelines for PWBD candidates in NEET UG 2025 MBBS admissions. Bal Bhavan Public School hosts CBSE Central Zone Girls Football Tournament. IIT Indore launches 2 new schools focused on sustainability and biomedical engineering. Jharkhand leads in enrollment, gender pay gaps persist, insights from India's Skill Development Impact Bond. Trump orders US exit from UNESCO, undermining global education leadership. Hello everyone, welcome to Education News Network. I am Pallavi Kulkarni and today's top news are: the Medical Counseling Committee (MCC) has announced updated guidelines for PWBD person with benchmark disability candidates applying for NEET UG 2025 MBBS admissions. Candidates must now obtain a fresh disability certificate from one of the 16 MCC approved centers to be eligible for reserved quota seats. This follows a Supreme Court order and new National Medical Commission rule focusing on functional competence over disability percentage. Candidates must also have a valid UDID card, self-certified affidavits and medical assessments. Certificates are valid for the 2025-26 academic session. For state quota seats, candidates can use State Disability Board certifications. MCC plans to expand assessment centers soon. Bal Bhavan Public School Mayur Vihar hosted the CBSE Central Zone Girls Football Tournament under 14, 17 and 19 at Shri GC Lagan Memorial Sports Stadium, celebrating sportsmanship and girls empowerment. The 9-day event featured 1,000 athletes from Delhi schools. The opening ceremony was attended by the IAS Vandita Reddy, Director of Education and Sports, and Arjuna awardee Shri Jagseer Singh. The event included a lamp lighting ceremony, march past, oath taking and speeches emphasizing the values of fair play, confidence and leadership. The first match was between Bal Bhavan Public School and Army Public School. Daula Kaun marked the official start. The school continues to empower students through sports, aligning with NEP 2020's holistic educational vision. IIT Indore has unveiled 2 new schools in collaboration with Bhupat and Jyoti Mehta Family Foundation, the Mehta Family School of Sustainability and the Mehta Family School of Biosciences and Biomedical Engineering. The new schools will offer undergraduate programs in environmental economics with sustainable engineering and medical devices, AI and clinical data analytics for healthcare. Postgraduate and PhD programs will also be available. The Biomedical School will focus on antimicrobial resistance and partner with 7 universities in central India for research. Additionally, a biomanufacturing hub is being set to produce smart proteins and active pharmaceutical ingredients, supporting industry-oriented research and training. India's Skill Impact Bond SIP reports for 2025 reveals that Jharkhand leads trainee enrollment, contributing 27% of total enrollments. The SIP focuses on empowering 50,000 youths, with women marking up to 62% of participants. Together, high-growth sectors like retail, logistics and healthcare. Women have shown significant improvement in employment outcomes, with job placement rising up to 81% and retention at 66%. However, gender-based pay disparities persist as male trainees continue to earn higher maiden salaries up to 12,400 to 15,700 in comparison to female trainees, where they earn only 11,500 to 13,000. Despite these challenges, female trainees have become more entrepreneurial, and with self-employment increasing up to 6% to 14%. The SPI's outcome-driven approach highlights regional and gender trends while promoting a more inclusive skilling ecosystem. The United States has announced its withdrawal from UNESCO, marking the 3rd time in history the country has left the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. This decision, set for December 2026, highlights a shift towards isolation under Trump's second-term foreign policy. UNESCO has long been a leader in shaping global education, promoting cultural heritage, and addressing inequality in education worldwide. The US, once a key founder and policy voice, will lose influence in initiatives like Education for Sustainable Development and Global Citizenship. This move, following previous exits in 1983 and 2017, could stall collaborative projects and reduce American involvement in shaping global learning frameworks. That's all for today's news. Signing off with Pallavi Kulkarni. For more such news and detailed information, log into our website www.theENN.com, powered by Education Today. Don't forget to like, share and comment on this video. Subscribe to our channel.